Hi guys, and welcome back to another ride. This time I'm not on an EUC, I'm on this bad boy. This is called a NewGen 345S electric mountain bike slash e-bike. So it's sort of a take on what the guys from Super 73 has been doing, and Rough Cycles and all these other brands that is getting into this retro market. But they are locally based in the UK, and everything is really nicely handcrafted and assembled right here in the UK, and this is what I really like. So I reached out to the guys from NewGen and asked them if it's a possibility that I can test drive a bike or review the bike and check it out, what it's all about. And yeah, just want to bring you guys along to share with this experience, because there's so many out there, and they are selling like hotcakes because it's such a nice looking laid-back style of riding, and I just want to check it out. So let's look around the bike and I'll tell you more. Okay, so it's got the big fat tires on the front and the rear, gives it that really nice retro style look. Long chain, it's got Shimano gears at the rear. It is IP rated as well, so that's really nice, especially for the UK. Most of the other e-bikes that come from other countries like America and so forth, there's no IP rating to them. The problem with that is they don't work too well here in the UK. Let's go up here to, let's start here with this little screen, nice and clear, easy to see in bright sunlight. So very easy to operate. There, it basically went off. It's on a 5-minute sleep. So there's two buttons here at the bottom, as you can see, 1 and 2. First one, power on, hold it in till it flashes up, it says NewGen. Then on this side you get your battery indicator, your level of assist, miles per hour, your trip, and then the amount of power, as you can see there, I think you can see it, of how much the motor is assisting. Then you get level 2, level 3, they are all assist up to 15.5 miles per hour, the legal limit here in the UK. In other markets you can go much faster. And also, if you buy the version, the S version, that is for private road or places where you're allowed to go ride the bike, more for off-road paths and so forth, you can get the bike with the throttle. We'll get to that in a minute, but then it's basically unlocked. So if you go to level 4 and level 5, then it's full assist on the motor. The motor is this, I ride on level 3, so it's restricted to 15.5 miles per hour, just to get a feel for the bike. And let's move to the motor. So the motor here at the back, as you can see, it's a Bafang 750 watt-hour motor, hub motor, rear, and it is really nice and punchy. Straight off the line, one turn on the pedals and off you go. Really cool. The gears, as you can see, I'm on the lowest gear because this bike has got so much power and torque. You're very rarely going to use the gears at the back. You know, you set it up 3 and you cruise at your 15.5 miles per hour. Nice and relaxed. Spin the wheels or spin the pedals, and you get all the riding pleasure and speed you need. It's got the Altus Shimano gear set. Again, they shift perfectly fine, but you'll probably use the last 3 gears most of the time. The nice 345 logo, as you can see as well, here where the hub motor plugs into, goes here in the bottom. That is, again, is nice and sealed. Let's move to the back. The battery port is there. It's a rubber grommet, so it seals and it's nice and secure. There's a light here at the back as well, so if you hold it in, you get some rear lights, but you also get this rear strip. So I'll switch that on so you can see that in a minute. But the battery is removable. So if I go to the other side here, you get a key with the bike. You can lock the battery in place so no one can take it out. And it's so nice to be able to slide the battery out and charge it inside the house. Moving down to this side, 180mm Magura MT brakes at the back. They work perfectly. It's hydraulic, so it's the stopping power is more than enough. And also, let's look at the tires as well. The rotation here, it is 20 by 4 inches wide. Really nice squishy tires, awesome. And there's the inflate to 20 psi, so you can really probably run it much lower if you want to get more squishiness. So the other thing as well, you can see here, but this is from a skateboard manufacturer. So this is the same way as how they would laminate and bend skateboard decks. So yeah, the guys from NewGen called on these guys to also, I think they are UK based, to make themselves a partial shelf. And the thing that's nice about this, I was giving my daughter a lift, and she can sit on the front with her feet on here very comfortably and not in your way at all. And she is almost 9 now, and when she sits behind me, her feet sits in here perfectly fine and it's out of the way. You also do get brackets that fit here at the bottom that you can put foot pegs down, so the rear pillion can have a little bit more of a relaxed seating position if you want to have 2 adults on the bike. So moving up to the seat. The seat is for me really nice. This is again it's a motorbike a seat builder that the guys are using, and they build this really comfortable leather motorbike seat. So this thing is going to age really well. It's got a nice little lip here at the back, so you can sit right at the back and then move forward. So if I sit there, there's way of enough space for my daughter to sit here in the front comfortably, and then she can hold on to the bars here. So on this side, nice hand grips, nice and comfortable. The gear shifter, this is the normal one, up and then down with a little clicky thing on the front. This is like normal mountain bike shifters. The Magura trails, empty trails, really nice. Stoppers work a treat really. On this side as well, really nice. Then going down to the front, a proper nice strong light that is adjustable as well. And then you go down to the fork. Now the fork doesn't have any branding on, so I assume they use some other manufacturer to build them a fork. But how cool would this be if this looks like a standard triple clamp fork, but if you can put any other fork on here, like a downhill triple clamp fork, like a Magura one or a Fox. Imagine you can change this fork to anything you like. I just don't know if that's the possibility because it is quite wide. But there might be other forks that you can upgrade these things with. Again, Magura front brakes. Then going down here to the side is the IXF front chainring. Can't see the size. Again, I don't think that's really what the bike is about. Again, nice pedals, it does the job. It's aluminium and it's got nice studs on. So that's quite cool. Moving down to this side, there's the branding on the arms. But the thing is, it's a really nice angle from the seat down to the pedals, so you never feel like you can't pedal it if there's no power. And this is what I was testing yesterday as well. I was going for a ride, just switch the bike off and just pedal, and because you've got the gears that can go up and make it quite light, it was very comfortable. And there's the side stand that works really well. Works really well. Out of the way when it's folded up. If you want to switch the lights on, you just hold the plus sign down, hold down, boom, and you can see, I don't know if you can see in the sunlight, but that strip comes on. So you can have that strip on. It's not a brake light, so it just is built in LEDs. This is, sorry, this side, that's an additional light you can switch on at the back. This has also got a USB port if you want to charge your phone if that dies. But yeah, the battery is also weather sealed. And then let me just show you the front light as well. Okay, so again, just push and hold. Let's switch the lights off, and you can see it right there. There's also, if you hold down the minus button, you get to a walk mode where it helps you if you want to push the bike up a steep hill. Now, as I said, this one is the off-road model, the S model, with a 750 watt motor. So this one has got a throttle on this side. So you can use the throttle from standstill and from any speed. You know, if you get up to speed, you can push the throttle down, and then it just keeps that constant speed. But again, just to highlight, this is for private road only, and it's only if you go for the S model. The handlebars, as you can see there, is really nice upright. It's very comfortable. The seat is fairly wide here in the middle, so when you pedal, it does rub you on the side. But again, you know, if you just move your feet out to that type of style of riding on the pedals, that is, it sort of makes it really comfortable. So the front shock, it's got compression setting. You can turn it here, it clicks. I'm riding mine all the way open and 4 back. And then you can also do on this side is just the stiffness of it. You can also lock it out totally. So if you turn it all the way to the minus side, it's the suspension is locked out. But yeah, I took my daughter out this morning and she just absolutely loves it. Because she doesn't have to pedal at all. She can just enjoy me sitting at the back, spinning the pedals around and so forth. So I will drop all the information down below about the bike and where you can go and check it out. Also, if you want more information, please drop some comments below in the description and I'll try and answer them. And if I can't, I'll try and find the guys, or even give you guys the contact details so you guys can speak to them. But yeah, guys, you know, if you are looking for a retro style bike that is not at the top end of like 5-6 grand, looking for something that you're going to cruise around in town, cruise around your local area, also getting the family involved as well with cycling. It's not like, and you have to dress up in lycra and whatever. It's just a bike you get on, swing your leg over, anyone can ride it. My mum and dad can ride this bike, and that's the sort of the key thing about this thing, I think. It's just everyone gets involved, gets out, gets some fresh air, and really just enjoy it. And you know, everyone says e-bikes are, you know, you don't get any exercise or whatever. You can run this thing on level 1 if you want, and then you have to put in a lot of effort. And if you get tired, you can push up to level 2, level 3, and so forth. So there's more than enough to get the heart rate going if you need a bit of exercise. But again, this bike is purely for cruising around. This is like the trails in the forest. It works perfect. The squishy tires, it just covers everything nice. The knobby tires on this one, because the 345 comes with road tires and the 345S comes with knobby tires. And the knobby tires on the forest trails like this is absolutely perfect. It grips nice around the corners. It soaks up all the bumps. I was a little bit worried because the bike doesn't have rear suspension, that is going to be very hard on the system. And even my daughter was saying like, oh, we're going through a hole and it's going to be very jarring. but it's just the volume of the tires just soak up all the little bits. The other thing that I also want to let you guys know, they are doing accessories. So you can have bike locks. They do helmets. They are looking at doing fenders as well for these bikes. They are waiting for the fenders to come in. The fenders is going to be just like especially for the UK, where it's, you know, if it's wet and whatever, you just want to be able to ride the bike anytime and everywhere. So yeah, I am very impressed. Very, very, very impressed. It's sort of, as I said earlier, it's one of those bikes that you can just get up, switch on and go and just have fun. And the whole family, everyone can join in and actually ride it. You don't sit upright, it's not too high, both feet flat on the ground, and I am 5'11", so fairly straightforward. Okay guys, I am back home from it was just under an hour and a half cycle. Did 15 miles and the battery is still 60% charge left in it. And I was sitting on mode 3 most of the time, swapping between using the throttle on the canal path and also cycling. The thing that's nice about the throttle and sort of the combination of cycling, as soon as you start getting cold, here in the UK we had such great weather a few days back, like it was really hot, and then it just basically went to this day where it's basically the temperatures plummeted, and as soon as you keep on moving and you're not generating any heat, your body cools down, especially if you do longer rides and stuff, because you're not putting in a lot of effort at all really. Your body cools down, and then you start getting cold. So if you don't have a nice warm jacket, then you are pretty much you have to cycle a bit to get the blood pumping. So feedback really on the bike, the front suspension works really well. It soaks up all the bumps. The rear tire soaks up all the rough terrain. So my route that I did, the 15 miles, were pretty much all next to the canal path. So it's very overgrown, and what's quite nice is that the handlebars is nice and slim, so it allows you to really sneak through all the stinging nettles and so forth. But really awesome. The bike just goes, and it's just really comfortable. And yeah, I've done about an hour and a half's riding, sitting in that seat. I didn't stop at all. I just got on, went, and no bum fatigue at all compared to my road bike that's standing in the garage. Yeah, it's just very comfortable. I'm very impressed. Very nice. What else? This parcel shelf, just to let you know, it has got elastic bands as well, so you can put like stuff in there if you want to put your jacket in there. If you want to put like a backpack in there as well, you can strap the stuff down, so it's quite nice as well. All in all, I'm just really impressed with the bike. You know, it's the brakes works well. You know, hydraulic brakes, they just stop like, and I can't really find any negative things about the bike. So the only thing is the cable routing. I would probably say that can be a little bit more neatened up, but that you can also do. You can also look at different ways of how you can route the cables. You know, you buy these Velcro cable ties that they call it. You buy a pack of 100 for like £8 on Amazon, and you can just tie up the cable routing if you want to. The front suspension, I can't really say anything about that. That's all fine. It's nice and plush, makes it more comfortable. I would prefer mud guards on this bike. You know, it is dry now. I did the ride. My bag and my back and my legs are all clean. So even the back of the battery bay underneath here is all clean and whatever. So it doesn't kick up a lot of dirt and dust. The gears work fine. The pedals. The only thing that I can think of is if you can even make the front of the seat a little bit more narrow. just so when you cycle or when you pedal, your legs is a little bit more in a natural position, because at the moment it's a little bit out. But I did speak to the guy and he did say they already made the whole frame on the top a little bit more slimmer, but even a little bit more might also be a good option. But otherwise, guys, super impressed. 15 miles, 60% battery left. It's a combination of cycling and using the throttle, and yeah, so 15, so easily I think you can probably get about 30 miles out of this bike, no issues on a single charge. Can't complain about that. And the charger, it charges fairly quick as well. I think it's about 5 hours, if you deplete the battery totally. Yeah, the screen is nice, bright, even with my sunglasses it worked perfect. I just hope the footage came out quite nice, because it's quite a dull day. So but yeah, I'm very impressed with this bike. So if you guys are interested, and if you've got any questions about this bike, please drop them in the comments below. If you want all the details of the bike and the brand and everything, I'm going to put this all in the description, so check that out, please. Yeah, let me know what you think. If you would be interested in something like that, would you consider something like this compared to an e-mountain bike? I just think, if you want to go and explore around, it's the perfect thing. You can just get up, go, slap a helmet on, slap some sunglasses on, just get on a cycle. Absolutely brilliant. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this little initial a ride review of this bike. I'm going to see if I can get to the office as well with this bike, to there and back, so that's going to be a 20-mile ride. If the weather holds, don't hope it's going to rain, and then I'll give you some feedback. But otherwise, first ride, big thumbs up. Super impressed. The build quality just feels really solid. Okay, thanks again for watching. If you haven't, please subscribe. If you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks and cheers.